You're going to be busy with the sewing for long, Mark?
No, it shouldn't be too much longer. I'm just going to sew this one from here and then I'm done. One more check because that wasn't very good.
Okay, I'm doing a live video here and I'm waiting for you to leave, so...
Ow.
Alright. Hubby is just sewing stuff. He's going to be leaving soon. In the meantime, can you guys hear me? Hi. I'm trying to do a live broadcast.
Sorry.
Alrighty. Okay. He's gone. Can you hear me now? Changed up some settings. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Nope. Okay. Oh! Hey, Thompson can hear me. Sammy can't hear me. Alrighty. Hey, Thompson. Do you have a better name that I can call you? Oh, Sammy. Can you hear me now, Sammy? Alrighty. So these are my my Goddess Dream. These ones. And what I got new in the post is the ones, it's like a sister deck. Goddess Love. So we might read with those in a minute. But let's, seeing as you guys are here, let's do a bit of a read first, and then I will do spirit animals. Angie. Okay, hi Angie. Is there anything particularly you're wanting to know today, or just a general read? particularly looking for your spirit animal. Eating kiwi. All right, Angie, I'm going to start with you, and then I'll go on to Sammy. This is for Angie. Ooh, let your body move. Do you have a bit of a sedentary job, Angie? Might be time to move. And that can be sometimes it's just as much as simple as doing a little bit more moving where you're at. Sometimes it's about being creative. Let's see what else comes up for you. Ooh, direction. That's interesting. You've got movement and direction. So where are you heading? And we'll get some more clarity maybe on a direction that you need to be heading in. It sounds like you might be at a bit of a crossroads with some things in your life. Let's see. Give us some more. Let me just clear the old energy off the cards. Direction. Give us more about direction for Angie. More about direction for Angie. Ooh, self-exploration. I don't know if that is meaningful for you, Angie. Recently, I went through a bit of a phase where I didn't have much hobbies or things that I knew that I enjoyed doing, that are, just like relaxation. And I ended up doing quite a bit of self-exploration. And so we'll ask for a little bit more for Angie. A little bit more direction on Angie's direction, and see what comes out. Ooh, stepping into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence. So it's interesting. It's talking about moving, direction, self-exploration, and stillness. Maybe like so many of us, you live a really busy life, and it's time to take some time for yourself. Sammy's just said, read for Angie. Okay. Okay. Taking some time for yourself. And sometimes when we're really busy, it's difficult to find time for ourselves. And what I found is that when I had two kids at home with disabilities, and it was really tough to find any self-time, I had to even just take small little chunks. It doesn't have to be, like a whole weekend or something. Follow my bliss. My soul sings with joy. Now, isn't that interesting? Because you've got singing and you've got dancing. So I'm getting here that it's it might re-energize you if you can do some creative things. I don't know if you are very creative. Also, sometimes what we think as creative, we kind of think of painting and that kind of thing. But being creative can be, being creative in the home. It can be creative ways of communicating with people. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the traditional creative. Now, Angie, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to look for your spirit animal. And remember, a spirit animal can be one that walks with you throughout your whole life, or it can be one that walks with you just for a particular period in your life. These cards are so massive. Okay. So, dolphin, play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom, go with the flow. And so this is so interesting, because we've got it's all about movement here. Swimming, joy. Remember, this one talked about joy. Swimming, the other one spoke about dance. So it's interesting because it's talking about stepping into stillness, but then this one is talking about stepping into play. And this reminds me of what I was saying before, when I didn't really know, I didn't have any hobbies, I didn't know the kind of things that I really enjoyed, or that really, it's weird to say, but I didn't know the kind of things that brought me joy. And so I had to experiment. I got a notebook, I started doing some drawing, and then I started doing some painting, and then I started doing different things, just little bite-sized things. And it might be that you need to play with different things, different aspects in your life. But I'm definitely getting something about movement, because we've got swimming, we've got dancing, and we've got singing. So maybe yours is relating to music in some capacity. And we don't always have to be thinking about doing the music, you know, playing a musical instrument or something. Even just singing out to your favorite tunes on the radio. That's sometimes can just be a playful way of living. So I thought I might break out my brand new deck. This is this new one, and it goes together with that one. It's the same creator. So you guys are seeing this for the very first time, and we'll see if this new deck can bring us any further information or messages for you, Angie. Just if you ever get a new deck, always just clear the energy. Some people like to leave it outside in the moonlight. Some people like to leave a crystal on it. I like to just tap it, ring the bell. It clears the energy. So more for you, Angie. Compassion. You are unconditionally loved. So I'm getting that you might be somebody who's a little bit hard on yourself. And remember, the previous card spoke about stillness. And so this is just being kind to yourself, and also acknowledging when how much you actually do for other people. And so, yeah, I'm getting very strongly that you're a giver, you're a heart-centered person, and sometimes you wish you could do more, or you think you should be doing more. But just acknowledge how much you actually do for others. I'll do a couple more, and then I know Sammy was fine to just watch, but I'll pull cards for Sammy as well. 2 more for you, Angie. Oh, dedication. Your challenges will reap rewards. So it might be that you're going through some tough times. Don't worry, you're on the right path. You're moving in the right direction. And just keep going, but also remember to look after yourself as you walk through whatever struggles life throws at you. And I'll do an underneath one, because we'll do the underlying energy. Nurturance, restore your balance. So yeah, I'm getting very much that you are a compassionate person, but you're compassionate to other people, and you need to be more compassionate to yourself, and you need to restore your balance. So that's very, very similar to the this one here, stepping into your stillness. While you look after other people, don't forget to look after yourself. And I know that can be really tough. And with me, I've got, well, the one's left home now, but 2 kids with disabilities, and it was very difficult for me to nurture myself, because I was so busy nurturing the kids. And it does come to a stage where even if you can just take 5 minutes out of your day for somebody. I'm just reading what you said in the chat. Retired a short while back and floundering a little, what to do next. Okay, well, I'm getting from these cards what you just need to do for a minute, for a short while, is just to restore yourself. Do some walks in nature, do some self-care, think about what you're eating, think about, yeah, exploring yourself. Walking in nature is always a very good one, and even if you can't walk in nature, you know, nature movies, that kind of thing, that can help clear your soul, clear your heart. I'm just looking around to see what deck is good for future. Oh, we've got the Future Oracle here. Let's have a look. Yeah. So thanks for that confirmation, Angie. It is really, really important, because when you've dedicated, I'm getting here that you're a very dedicated person. You've dedicated so much of your time to your family, and you haven't really dedicated much of your time to yourself. And this is why you might be at a bit of a crossroads as to what to do next, because your passion and your compassion has been about looking after other people. But sometimes when we do that, not only do we run dry ourselves, but then we don't even know what pleases us. We don't know what brings us joy. And so give yourself a break rather than trying to, find what you need to do next. Try and give yourself a break and think about just restoring yourself, filling yourself up, just loving yourself, buy yourself a special hand cream or take a nice extra long bath, or just get into that kind of a routine of getting to know yourself a little bit again. And I know as women sometimes we have an issue with our bodies and we don't like how we look, and we're either too thin or too fat or too this or too that, or our joints are creaking or whatever. But what I found really helped me is I would look at the inside of my body and I'd go, oh, isn't it a miracle that my heart beats without it being told that it has to beat? Isn't it a miracle that I can take a breath of fresh air and that oxygen goes throughout my whole body? So I started looking at things about me that I really loved, things that were miracles. And that really helped me starting, once I spoke to myself about, how miraculous every part of my body was, that was just working on its own, then I could start to really enjoy me again. Okay, so this is a warning card. It says, be careful of who you trust at this time. So again, this might be people that are too demanding, people that want too much from you. And it's not to say don't trust anybody, but just have a healthy dose of skepticism. Thank you for letting me know, Angie. Your feedback is fantastic. Yeah, and even when we start to pull back from being such a caregiver, our families can rebel a little bit, and we just have to just say, well, no, I need to take this time for myself, or now I'm going to, on Tuesday nights, this is going to be my me time, or whatever it is. Sort of set some boundaries. World, haha, isn't this interesting? Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. So I'm getting for you that the world is your oyster. You just need a little bit of time to regroup, re-energize yourself, and there are endless possibilities. And so what I'm really getting from this is it doesn't really matter on a global scale what you do next. There's no specific one path that you have to follow. There are several paths that you could follow, and whatever you enjoy, whatever brings you joy, whatever brings you health, whatever brings you happiness, choose that. And so there's not just one path, and don't be afraid of doing the wrong thing, because if you start going down a particular path and you're not enjoying it, or it's not right for you, then just move on to a different path. It's like when you've got your GPS set. You look after anxiety dogs and love them dearly. Lots of hugs for them. Yes, sending the dogs lots of love. Yeah, so what I was saying is, it's like when you set your GPS, you want to go to Walmart, say, and then you take a wrong turn, and then it redirects you to the correct path. And so I'm just getting for you that you've given so much of your time, your life, your energy to others, that it's time for you to just do what brings you joy. And if you go off and you're not exactly on the path, it doesn't matter, because you'll be able to redirect. You'll be able to redirect, and as you learn more about yourself, as not strictly in that role of caregiver, but as a caregiver for yourself, you'll learn more about what you enjoy. Oh, and there we go. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Your future is sunshine. You have brought so much joy and love and care and compassion to other people in your life. This is time now for you to sit back, to soak back and enjoy, just, when you go out in the sun and it's nice and warm and you just close your eyes and you just think, oh, it feels so good. That's the time for you, Angie, that you need to just think about just relaxing, just enjoying the moment, enjoying the journey. I'm getting sometimes that you can be very tough on yourself, and you can be your own worst enemy, and you can be critical of yourself, but just really enjoy each phase of it. Enjoy those puppies. Yeah. learn to be a caregiver for yourself, because I'm just getting that you've given so much care to so many people. And, you know, like with the anxiety dogs, really enjoy them, really enjoy they caring for you as much as you caring for them. And so start to receive. And when we need to receive, it's important to be open to being receptive. And so one of the things that I find sometimes with people who give a lot is that they find it very difficult to receive. And I don't know if you're like that. But just be aware of people in your life who are offering to do things for you. So, for example, I know my mum, she does a lot for other people, but then when people offer to do her a favor, she doesn't accept. So you can actually bless people by accepting their favors and their kindness and their care for you. So if somebody offers you something that you wouldn't normally accept, just accept it, because you're blessing them by letting them help you, if that makes sense. So, for example, my mum normally drives to her book club, and then somebody offered her a lift, and my mum said, "Oh no, I can drive." I said to my mum, "I know you can drive, but that lady is actually getting pleasure from helping you by driving you to your book club." So I think as you move into this phase of your life, you will be able to bless people by accepting blessings from them, if that makes sense. Insight. Be open to enchantment. Yeah, I'm just getting, this is a time where you're going to be receiving a lot of gifts, a lot of love, a lot of kindness, if you open yourself up and if you let people help you, if you let people bless you, if that makes sense. Don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what I'm getting from those cards. Yeah. So when you allow somebody else to do things for you, it's good for you because you're worth it, but it's good for them too, because they need to, that if you don't accept their giving, then it kind of puts them off being kind to people, if that makes sense. Have you got any other specific questions, Angie? Otherwise I might read for Sammy. I'm just going to pop these cards all together. Any questions, Angie? Anything specific you want me to ask the cards? Okay. Put these all together. What I wanted to do is actually mix this set with the new set. Alrighty. Luca. Okay. I'm just getting that you're very worried about him. Okay, the cards will know, the cards will understand. I'm getting a bit of a, yeah, I'm getting a very strong connection with that name, Luca. I can feel that you really, really love him and you're concerned about him. Okay, cards, tell us about Luca. There's going to be some kind of a fresh beginning for him. I don't know what's happening with him, but I'm getting fresh beginnings, regeneration, coming out of the shadows, stepping into new health. And I'm getting you standing in the front there being protective of him, and he's hiding a little at the back. I don't know, some kind of a fight or unhappy energy going on, but he's there and you're in the front there protecting him, and you're protecting his energy, and he knows that you're there for him. What else? I will read on his spirit animal, because I think knowing his spirit animal will help you in how you relate to him or whatever's going on with him. Do one of these and then we'll do the gateway card for Luca. Self-exploration. That came out for you before, And so I'm not sure if that card is just for you or for you in relation to whatever's going on with Luca. If you need to do something differently, try something different. Yeah, difficult for me to know without knowing more of the information. So, but I'm still getting that you're on the right path. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever's happening with Luca, he's on the right path because you are there. You're the kind of the strength for him. Get another one for Luca, and then we'll move on to his spirit animal. This is a gateway cards. Cherishing self. I accept and love myself. This is interesting. The energy surrounding him is very similar to the energy that I read for you, which was you need to look after yourself so that you can look after him. Roses. Those roses for me are always represent motherhood, a mother. So I don't know if you're looking after his mother or you're related to his mother. I don't know if that's his mother that you're related to or his father that you're related to, but I can see that you are almost in some way a motherly role for him. You provide some kind of sustenance for him. You provide interesting that this gifts. You are a gift to him and he is a gift to you. Yeah, so that's what I thought. I thought you're a little bit more in the front, and there's your daughter in the background. He is a gift to you, and you are a gift to him. And he's a sweet high point in your life, but there's also some struggles, as there are with many kids. But the very important thing for you is, if you do not cherish yourself, you will not be able to take care of him and cherish him as much as you need to. And looking after other people to the point where you're exhausted can come at a cost. And when you model to him self-love, he will always remember that. So when he sees that you take time out to take care of yourself, or you tell him, oh, I'm going for a walk now because I want to be more healthy, or I'm going to eat the salad because I want to be more healthy, or I'm drinking some more water, and just by demonstrating to him how you take care of yourself, how you cherish yourself, he will never ever forget that. And even if he goes through tough times and difficult times, and times where things are challenging, you will always be a gift to him. Even, oh, I'm getting chills now. Even long after you are no longer on this earth, he will remember you, and he will remember his time with you, and you will continue to be a gift to him because of how you've modeled love. One more on this. Oh, see, roses really are my motherhood card. He views you very much in a motherly light. He's very close to you, even if he's not demonstrating it. And I'm getting from this the intergenerational. So how you mothered your daughter and how your daughter mothers him, and how you mother them both, because even a grandmother does mothering. You upholding him, and for future generations, there will be that cycle of love and understanding how important and wonderful he is. And it talks about, I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Yeah, by the way that your family relationships are, and especially your example in your family, he's gonna end up a fine young man. And I'm getting that he's going to have a family of his own one day, and when he does, he's going to reflect back on the relationship that he had with you, and what a central part of his life that was. And sometimes, with kids, even when we have a fleeting moment, it's something that they can remember forever. I remember once picking carrots with my grandfather and eating the carrots straight out of his garden. My mum tells me that only happened once, but in my mind, that it's like kind of seared in my memory. That was such a special thing. Okay, so now Luca cards. Tell us Luca's spirit animal, so that Angie can work with the spirit animal to bless Luca and bring him up as an incredible young man. Luca's spirit animal. Grizzly bear. Wow, that's a powerful animal, spirit animal for a teenager. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. So he might come across to you as a little bit impulsive, but he's actually got a very strong intuition. Love and gentleness are my real strength, and I'm getting this love and gentleness that is his strength. That's the love and gentleness you have modeled for him. The love and gentleness he has seen in just the very everyday things that you do in your family. I will never give up. I will succeed. That's a pretty incredible. Oof. I've got to take a little break now. Take a breath. Yeah, he's going to be an incredible man, and you have helped shape him into the powerful man that he will become. I hope that helps you, gives you some comfort, gives you some guidance. And we will do a reading for Sammy. Hello, anybody else watching? Please comment, put your name, just put a heart if you want a reading. We're going to read for Sammy now. What happened to my other cards? I'll mix the new deck and the old deck together. Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, Angie. Yeah, he's over the top. You know, he's going through the time of hormones, and you know, my teenager, he's 18, nearly 19, left home, born a girl, then decided that she was a boy, now is transitioning, so there's a whole lot of stuff that's gone on there. So I understand about difficult teenagers. But one thing that is just coming to mind is, as difficult as they are, remember that it is their path to walk, and they will come back to the right path. Sometimes we just have to let them make some mistakes in a controlled environment. But I've got a very, very good positive feeling about your grandson, Luca, and he might give you some grey hairs yet. I'm not saying he's going to turn into sweetness and light overnight, but his feistiness and his full-onness is what makes him special, and it's going to. He's a strong character, and that strength of character is going to serve him well later in life. Even though right now it seems like a bit much. Okay, we're reading for Sammy. Sammy, take care of yourself. Be gentle with yourself. I don't know if you're going through stuff, and we all have gone through stuff in our lives. And I was just looking back on the card on the chat. Sammy, I am on night shift. I work in a sex offenders jail. Okay, so when you leave at night, you really need to do something to get that energy off you. You can get yourself a little bell like this. That's the bell. I just got this at the dollar shop. I think it was $1, $2. Any kind of bell. Or when you walk out, you can physically just shake your hands and shake your feet. Get that energy out of you. And good on you for being in a place where you can help others. But I'm getting here. You really need to be gentle with yourself. You've been tough on yourself, and now's the time just to be kind. Ignite, release your potential. Wow, that's interesting. So there might be something new happening for you, something interesting happening for you. I don't know if it's a sport or a hobby or some other thing, some other area in your life where you might be moving towards, moving into. So yeah, I'm getting from that. It's just, if you're kind to yourself and you let yourself heal, is the word that's coming to me. your future will be even brighter than it already is. So another card for Sammy. Another card for Sammy. Trust. All is as it should be. So this card is very much when we get frustrated and we want to move things along quicker in our lives, and especially when we're going through difficult times. This card is all about nature, earth, spirit, your God, whoever that is, really supporting and loving on you. And it's just important to be internally, to be trusting that all is as it should be. And I know this can sound trite. I mean, when my son was very sick and he was in and out of hospital, and, you know, people would say, oh, it's all as it should be, I would get really aggravated and annoyed. But even in those difficult times, try and think about something that you can appreciate. I know a lot of people these days talk about you have to be grateful, gratitude. And sometimes it's hard to express an emotion of gratitude or to find the emotion of gratitude when you go through difficult times. So what I find more helpful is I talk about, internally, I talk about appreciation. So I appreciate that when I flick on the lights, you know, the light switch I flick on the light switch, the light comes on. I appreciate when I turn on the tap, water comes out. So you can see, I find it difficult to make myself think I'm grateful for the water, but I can tell myself, and I can feel, I appreciate the water. Alrighty, Sammy, I will ask that question in a second. Just feel that the cards haven't quite finished with you yet before we ask that question. And so the cards just want to give me 2 about your future. Manifesting dreams. Wow, this is beautiful. My dreams are coming true. So I'm just getting that you're moving towards more abundance in your life, more financial abundance, more love, more, and it can be fulfillment. So that's great. And I pulled this card just after you asked that question. Why I met my husband again after knowing him at school and married him, with a divorce in between that. So maybe when you met him at school, it was kind of destined in a way that you would get married. But sometimes we have to experience what we don't want before we know what we do want. So I'm getting here that your husband is your dream man, but if you hadn't had that difficult experience in between, being married in between and being divorced, you wouldn't have known how much to appreciate him. So yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Standing firm, I am noble, brave, and strong. So this is all about just making sure that people don't put their own wishes on you. You know what is best for you in your life. You know what is best. Yeah, don't be a pushover. You don't have to be mean to people, but don't be a pushover. Now, I want to find the other cards. Hello, Karen. Hi. I will read it for you in a minute, Karen. We're just doing Sammy. Sammy, I'm just getting that I need to read with a different deck for you to ask about that question. I've got so many decks around here. Oh, I know. It's this one. It's the Magical Times. This is the one that wants to talk to you, Sammy, about that question. Why you met him at school, and then you went through some things, and then you re-met him. Okay. Hi, CB. Welcome. Hi, Karen. Thanks for all your comments on all my videos. Okay. This is Sammy. This is asking about why you met him and then met him again. Destiny. Didn't I say the word destiny? And I never use that word. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Acknowledge your mission, align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. So I'm really getting that the reason why you met him and then went through another relationship and then re-met him later was because you were destined to be together, and you weren't mature enough yet at that first time when you met him. And look how strong the two of you are together. You're powerful together, and you can, each of you, not only you needed to mature, but he needed to mature so that he could really appreciate you and appreciate what he's got with you. And look how in sync the two of you are there swimming together. Oh, I love that. Oh, I got shivers. Okay, Sammy, we're going to get your, what I'll do is I'll get your spirit animal, but then I'll also get your husband's spirit animal so that you know how to work with his spirit animal. Okay, so it might be the spirit animal that is with you just at this time in your life, or it might be your lifelong spirit animal. And if everybody who's watching could hit that like button, that would be great. Seeing as this is my very first live. Okay, Sammy, this is your spirit animal. Oh my word. You're very, very watery. You've got the dolphins and you've got the humpback whale. Singer, it says. Sing healing songs into the world. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean literally singing. This means that what you do for the world is so beautiful that I'm getting, my palms are heating up. I'm getting that you've got healing hands. And your voice, when you talk to people, it heals them. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power of your soul. And so I'm getting very strongly that your superpower is helping people heal. Yeah. And again, look at that. There's the two whales together. Destiny. You and your husband are meant to be. And look how and dolphins are known for being playful, but this humpback whale is very playful. So if things are getting a little stale in your marriage, or you've been together a while, just remember to have fun. Remember to have fun. That's what I'm getting. Remember to play. Remember what brought you together in the first place. Remember to have a laugh together. Now, Sammy, we're going to do your husband's spirit animal. Black bear, guardian. Oh, that's beautiful. Gentle and wise protector. Give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. Wow. And there again, there's two creatures and the two birds. Yeah. So I'm getting he might at times be quite serious, but if he is serious, it's because he takes seriously his role as a protector of the family and the guardian of the family. I hope all of that makes sense, Sammy. Oh yes, I see you gave me a little happy face there. Thank you. Let me know, Sammy, if there was anything else you wanted me to read on, because I didn't schedule the live, so people might not have known that it was coming on. So that's why we've ended up with such a few people, I think. But that's fine, because always the correct people come that should be here. Karen. So you know that I read sometimes with these cards, this Goddess Dream. I got the sister deck made by the same lady, and what I've done is I've merged them into one big deck. Your son. Karen, can I ask you the age of your son? That just helped me narrow down into the correct energy. You have to know. Yeah. So, Sammy, that's the direct answer to your question. You have to know what you don't know. You have to know what you don't want in order to know what you do want. And I just think if you'd got together with your husband earlier, he would not have appreciated you, and you would not have appreciated him. Thanks there for the answering that, Karen. What I'll do is I'll read for you first, and then we'll bring your son's energy in. All right. So I'm just going to do general reading, general cards. What? Clear the energy. Cards. What do you have to say for Karen? Joy. Embrace the blessings of love. Now, you might have missed the part, Karen, earlier on when I was talking about my my two kids that are both disabled. And when my son was in and out of hospital earlier in life, and people were saying, oh, embrace the blessings of life, I didn't feel like life had any blessings. I was sad, I was concerned, I was worried. He would be in and out of hospital. We always had to call the ambulance. It was just, doctors didn't know what was wrong with him. And so if I got a card like this at that time, I would have gone, what are you talking about? But what I'm getting from this for you is the little things that are good, embrace those. And I found it was very helpful, instead of saying embrace joy or, you know, embrace gratitude, because I didn't feel grateful. I felt confused and hurt and scared. So what I found with that is I started to use the word appreciation in my mental dialogue. So I would say to myself, gee, I turn on the tap, I appreciate the water that comes out of the tap. I wouldn't say I was grateful for it. I wouldn't say it gave me great joy, but I could say I appreciated it. And that really helped me change my mindset from, I was in a very, very dark place. And yeah, that helped me. So sometimes we don't have the capacity for that kind of joy, especially when we're worried about our kids. Use the word appreciate if that works better for you. Hope. Okay, this one is talking directly to the situation with your son. Out of darkness comes light. Okay, there is hope. There is hope. And look what the hope is. There's you, the mother, just embracing. I know this is a girl on this card, but I'm getting that this is your son. Embracing, teaching, demonstrating how to be a good person, how to be a person that is reliable, and basically how to be a soft place for him to fall. Because, you know, sometimes our kids have to fall and fail multiple times before they come right. Now, I don't normally talk about it, but my one son struggled terribly with addiction issues. And of course, that can be an ongoing thing. But for him, he was able to come out of it just one tiny step at a time. And everything is always moving and flowing. And my husband was just saying this morning, wow, look how far he's come. So I don't know if that relates at all to your situation, but there's always hope. And I always say that the brightest stars, stars shine most brightly in the dark night. So when things are the worst and feeling the most difficult, that's when you can find support from others. And I found with my one son's illness, disability, and then the other one's with a drug addiction, I found that family was not a good support for me. Family were very critical of me, and I found that made it very difficult for me. So I don't know if that got any relevance to your situation. Sometimes we need to look outside of our family for support, because family just, well, when my youngest was diagnosed with autism, a family friend said to me, oh no, God would never afflict them with autism. That can't be true. So it kind of made me feel invalidated as a parent. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that. Radiance. Rejoice in your life. Again, if I got this card a couple of years ago, I would have gone, no, there's nothing to rejoice about. But I think what this is really talking about is just taking some time for yourself, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is, and start really focusing on taking some steps to look after yourself, whether it's going for a walk, drinking more water, eating more healthy, whatever it is, or buy yourself some essential oils, take time for a nice bath, make time for yourself, because I'm getting the feeling that you're feeling a bit worn out. I don't know if that's resonating, but that's how I'm feeling. Reflection. Yeah, so give yourself time just to have time, moments on your own. But this is important, because what this card is telling me is that you've got people around you, even if it's not people physically, it's people in spirit around you, and I'm getting ancestors that are looking after you, and especially when things feel grim, you are never alone. You're never, never, never alone. And I'm getting called to pull something from this. This is the Fortunes Oracle. So this might be, this is for you, Karen. Moon, pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. So whatever's going on with your life, remember that these yeah, need to find a place to put my stuff down. Remember that these ancestors are always walking with you, and trust your instincts, trust your intuition. No one knows your situation as well as you do, and no one knows your son as well as you do. And when my son was in and out of hospital, screaming in pain, screaming in agony, and the doctors didn't know what was wrong with him, and one doctor said that, you know, he was making it up, which he clearly wasn't, I just held on to, I'm his mother and I know him the best. So always remember that. Follow your intuition. And we had some difficult times in our house because my husband wanted to deal with things in a different way, especially when it came to my son's addiction issues. But I had to be confident in my intuition as a mother, that the way I wanted to do things. And look, we were never perfect parents, but trust yourself. And when you feel like you're worn out, give yourself a rest, give yourself a break, and know that you're never alone. Okay, cards. We are going to clear that. Karen's spirit animal. What is Karen's spirit animal? And then I'll draw your son's spirit animal as well, so that you know how to work with him. Oh, Karen. Your spirit animal is the dragon. This is one of the most powerful spirit animals. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. So, and this is what we have to do as mothers. We have to fulfill many different roles. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. So whatever is happening with your son, you have got the internal strength to meet the challenges. And this is a very victorious card. I'm getting this, that you will bring your son out of whatever darkness he's in, even just by your example of how you live your life. He will start to adjust and start to align, and then yes, he will definitely find more than contentment. I'm getting goosebumps. Your son is going to be rip-roaringly happy. He's going to find joy. He's going to find love. He's going to find laughter. He's going to find everything you could ever have wished for him is going to be fulfilled. And a large part of that is just you as the mother, just quietly behind the scenes, doing what mothers do. I'm definitely getting very strongly, this is your mother energy. You've protected him. You've helped him. He's going to find more than contentment. He's going to find absolute joy and bliss beyond what you could ever have imagined. And now this is a card for him. His spirit animal, orca whale, adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. So maybe he's a bit of a wild person. Maybe he's a withdrawn person. But he's different from many people. Manifest your travel dreams. Now, travel dreams might be actual physically traveling, or it might be internal world. Attempt the journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. And so I'm getting from this is that your son can be a little bit reticent, or he doesn't know his own attractiveness, his own power, his own inner beauty. But he will, as he moves through the adventure of life, and he learns to play and have fun and be with other people. And this is interesting because this is very much a family in this image. Daddy, mommy, babies. There's a very happy family, doing happy family things together, finding joy, finding bliss. twins. I don't know if you got twins in your family. But yes, he just takes a bit longer than most people to get there with his life. I don't know if that makes any sense or help you in any way, but that is just what I'm getting. And I need to pull something else for you, Karen. Magical times. What did I do with this deck? This deck is telling me... here it is. This deck wants you to have an extra card. This is for you. This is for Karen. And ICB, are you still with us? If you are, I can do a read for you. If you're not, if you are, just do an emoji or something. This is for you, Karen. Confidence. Be bold. Rise up and stand tall. Feel the fire within your soul. So whatever you've been doing with your son, you've been on the right track. Just keep doing it. You're on the right track. And be proud of yourself, because you've been an excellent mother and you continue to be. And you've set your son up for this beautiful, joyous future. So yeah, much more than contentment. I hope that makes sense. ICB, are you still with us? Okay, so there's 4 watching. So I am going to assume that it's either ICB or somebody else. I will do... Actually, Karen, before I leave you, I just have an extra card for you from this deck for your son. Pilgrimage. You are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. And I said it earlier, and I might have said it to somebody else in this, that we walk alongside our children. We can't walk their paths for them. I'm actually going to take a photo of this for you, Karen. I'm sure you've emailed me before. I'm going to take a photo of this and send you this card, or maybe you can take a screenshot. When you feel concerned, remember, this is your son's card. He's on a journey to create his own greatness. Okay, so I'm going to assume that ICB is still in the house, and I'm going to do a reading for them or whoever else is watching. Cards are very clever. They know who you are and what you need. Just get these all together. Sorry. Need a bigger space here. This we'll close this out. We'll make this the reading for the group or anybody else who watches later, or I haven't specifically read for. If you want a specific reading, please comment. Please comment. Thanks, Karen. He's been a late bloomer. Yeah, and you know, sometimes the late bloomers are the ones they're kind of marinating. Their greatness is developing within them, and it'll happen later. And it doesn't have to be a greatness as in, you know, a world leader of something or other. Somebody who has a good life with a happy wife and a happy children. That sometimes a simple life is the greatest thing on earth, you know. So yeah, I get great joys for him in his future, which is encouraging. Okay, so this is for the collective. I'll pull a couple of cards. Reflection, healing and transformation. This is the card that I pulled before. This is about ancestors protecting us, looking out for us. We're all part of the bigger tapestry of the universe. We're not just one individual person. We affect the whole cycle of life, whether it's our husbands, our children, our grandparents, our long-lost ancestors. We all add something to the richness of life, and they all add to the richness of our lives. So we are never alone, even when we feel we are alone. I'm liking this new deck. Whew, love your body. Okay, this is what I was talking about before, when I had a real problem with my body image. And then what I would say to myself is, I can look in the mirror and like, oof, you put on more than a few pounds there. Instead of that, I would think about what in my body worked without me even thinking about it. Like my fingers. Look at these fingers. Hey, they're a miracle. I can pick up my cards. I can use them to read cards. I can type messages to my friends. My fingers are a miracle of nature. And then I would think about, oh, look at my arms. I can hug my children. My arms are a miracle of nature. Oh, look at my heart inside there. It pumps the blood and the nutrients to every part of my body. Look, my heart is a miracle of nature. And very soon, if you say that kind of affirmation to yourself every day, just pick one thing and think about it for a whole week and then move on to another thing. Very soon you go, you know what? My body is a miracle of nature. And then after that you go, I am a miracle of nature or of God or of the divine or whatever you want to call it. So we all need to just love our bodies a little more. Okay, Karen, my email is RainbowPyramid8@gmail.com. If you email me, I will send you a photograph of that card. It's interesting you were very interested in the spirit animals. I can take pics of those as well. But I just feel that that pilgrimage card is something that maybe you need to print out and keep in your diary or something. And when you have a bad day. Oh, it's a pleasure, Sammy. Thank you for being here. Yeah, when you have a bad day, just remind yourself it's his journey. You know, I've got a child who was born a girl who at 12 decided he was a boy, and yeah, that's been a very difficult thing for us, but we've had to really just remind ourselves that it's not our journey. Ho, ho, ho. Okay, ladies, strength. Know your strength. This is your strength as a wife, as a mother, as a grandmother, and just as you. Your strength as yourself. You know, we show so much strength to other people. We guide the younger generation. But sometimes we forget that we can mother ourselves. We can be a grandmother to ourselves. We can be that ancient wisdom we can channel through. And however we would treat that child or the grandchild or the niece, the nephew, is how we can treat ourselves. And this here, I'm getting the goddess Sekhmet. She's an Egyptian goddess of power and justice and all things that are right. And I'm just getting this powerful goddess Sekhmet, the lioness goddess, is going to be walking with every single person who watches this video. And she's there to help you, to protect you. And when you feel like you can't do it, she will be there to walk beside you. I wish I had an image of her. Alrighty, we're going to pull a... I want to pull an Egyptian card. Sorry. I have to reach into my stash over here. I'll be back in a second. Egyptian. Got it, some Egyptian energy coming through for the collective. Oh, and even if I've read for you personally, this still applies to you. A whole bunch fell out, so I'll just put them back. If they've fallen out and they are the ones that are meant to come through, they will come through. Okay, what's this? Nefiti, meditation. So look after yourself, meditate, take time for yourself, take time to take care of yourself. Just want to find the Sekhmet card because I just feel that there was something in that card I needed to see. Okay, she's hiding from me now. Okay, I can't find her. I'll just pull one more card. This is for the collective. One more from this deck, and then I'm going to go to another deck. Hope. Hope. Every question that people have asked me today, there is hope. There is always hope. While there is breath in your body, there is always hope. There's hope that things will get better. There's hope that people will heal. There's hope that relationships will heal. There's hope that children and grandchildren will find a better path. If you feel that you're not on the correct path, there's hope that you will find the correct path. There's always hope. There's always hope. This is my other Egyptian deck. Two. Yeah. So together with the challenges, there is hope. So when the desert looks barren, there is hope. Renewal and rebirth. Aren't the cards clever? 22, 222. You don't ever have to walk alone. And if you do feel like you're alone or you're lonely, you've all got my email address. RainbowPyramid8@gmail.com. Email me. You're not alone. You're not alone. Even if there's no other person in this entire earth that you can turn to, you can email me and you can say, you know what, Rainbow, I am having a really, really crap day. I just need somebody that I can talk to. I just need someone. I just need to be able to share with somebody. And I am here because I have walked alone for many, many years, and I am not going to walk alone anymore, and I'm not going to let anybody else walk alone either. And I'm going to pull one spirit animal that is going to guide all of us in this upcoming week. Oh, snow leopard. Yeah, these cards are so funny. Self-reliance. But there's two leopards here. There's two leopards here. So sometimes self-reliance can be knowing when to ask for help. You are strong and independent and often solitary. This is what I was just talking about. Just because you feel you do well on your own doesn't mean that you always have to be on your own. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition. We've had a lot of use your intuition this read. And let your life unfold in silent perfection. So again, self-reliance and solitary doesn't mean you have to do it all on your own. Sometimes people can't see your hidden struggles. And it's important, even if you're an independent person, it's important to know when to stop, when to reflect, when to look after yourself, and when to ask for help. Okay, any other questions? Because I think I'm going to call it quits in the next couple of minutes. I am going to pull one more card for all of us for the week. And then I'm going to say goodbye. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please will you? Because this is my very first live ever. And we'll do another one at a different time so that more people can come. I think, what's this one? This one wants to come out. Discernment. See the truth of the situation, use common sense, and do not be fooled. Pay attention. Your intuition knows. So again, intuition. And we can't rely on our intuition when we feel stuck, when we feel overwhelmed, when we feel too much is going on. And that's when we need to clear the energy, we need to clear the air, physically shake your hands. Anything to do with water can be purifying. So even just washing your hands, that can help you just clear the negative energy. Give yourself, even, when my kids were little, I would just tell them I'm going to lock myself in the bathroom for 10 minutes. And I've told my husband, in these 10 minutes, I am not available. Mommy is off duty. And I would lock myself in the bathroom. And for 10 minutes, I would just have my peaceful time. Because that was the only time I could get. With two disabled kids, it was hard. But you have to find some way of renewing yourself. Because you can't know what your intuition is saying if you're overwhelmed. So take a deep breath in and out. And one thing that I like to do is every time I travel quite a bit, and every time I stop at a traffic light, I make sure that I'm breathing. And I know it sounds weird, but years ago, a friend of mine said to me, you hold your breath a lot. And I didn't know that. And so two things is just take a little bit of time for yourself and breathe. in this next week that comes. Alrighty, thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to close it out there, and I really appreciate you being on with me. We'll do it again, maybe next Saturday, but maybe earlier if people can make it earlier. Take care. Oh, I don't even know how to end this thing. Oh, there's a button that says end. Do you? Oh. Okay. End.